understand. Don't you hate it when you've got a great story or plan or idea and people just don't get it? It's like when you tell that great joke, the one that made you laugh till you peed a little. Like, why does Snoop Dogg carry an umbrella? For drizzle. What does a nosy pepper do? He gets haul up in yo business. See, some of you just don't get it. It's okay. I once wrote a song about a tortilla. Well, actually, it's more of a rap. I started a band called 999 Megabytes. We haven't got a gig yet. You want to hear a pizza joke? Nah, never mind. It's kind of cheesy. How do you kill a circus? You go for the juggler. See, people just don't get it. And I realize that many of you are still wondering, what is YouChoose? It boils down to 5 simple steps. You could call it our strategy. The first step is connect online with our website, with social media platforms. We're forming an online community where people choose when, where, how, and with whom they do faith. Because we understand people come from all sorts of backgrounds. And many have been hurt by the church. Or they don't like organized religion. We get it. You can just visit the YouChoose site anytime that you want and keep your distance. That's cool. You choose. Others might want to subscribe and get the short videos delivered to their inbox twice a week. That's cool too. You can choose that. On the website, as well as YouTube, we have 2 tracks where you can go a little deeper and choose Jesus or choose the discipleship track. And our hope is that as you watch these longer videos, maybe 10 or 15 minutes or so, you'll either meet the Jesus that we know and make him your boss, or you'll explore discipleship and what that means to be a disciple who makes disciples. Some people may want to engage on Facebook. Cool. Others are more YouTube-esque. That's cool too. We even have a presence on Twitter and Instagram as well. The idea is to develop a community where we can learn and laugh and maybe grow a little. Which brings us to the second step in this strategy, and that's to choose Jesus. Ultimately, that's my heart. I want people to meet and choose Jesus, the Jesus that I follow, the Jesus of the Bible, not the Jesus of the church you grew up in, not the Jesus of culture, but the real Jesus. Choosing Jesus is the most important decision that anyone will ever make. The third step is to share Jesus, and a great way to do that is to share the videos on maybe your Facebook page. You can email them to family and friends that might get something out of the video that you watched. Shares are really important, but you can also share your own story. Everybody's got a story. And it's simply stating where you were before Jesus, when you met Jesus, and your life since you met Jesus. Not to mention that just flat out share the gospel with people. We'll have future videos on how to equip you to do that more effectively. But it really just boils down to your story and how Christ has changed your life. The fourth step is to launch your own simple church. And people can freak out when they hear this. They think, well, I'm not qualified to do that. Well, I'll let you in on a little secret about that. You're not qualified. No one is. At least not the way that you think. I'm certainly not. Let's start this idea with our definition of a church. It's a spiritual family with Christ in the center as king who love God, love others, and make disciples who make disciples. That's it. Pretty simple. There's no mention of a pastor or building or program or staff or budgets. Here's the thing. When we gave our life to God through Jesus, we got the Holy Spirit of God inside of us, and that qualifies us to make disciples. We call it duckling discipleship. You've seen the videos of the mother duck following along and the little ducklings following along behind, all in single file line. Well, Jesus is the mother duck, and we all get in line behind him. All you have to be is one step ahead of those you lead. And let me ask you, how cool would it be to do faith, do church with your 11 closest family and friends? I promise you, it's awesome. You don't get sucked into event after event and disagreeing with where the church is headed or those questionable decisions of the leaders or the uncomfortableness of shaking hands with everyone during the greet someone you don't know time. Hi, I don't know you. I don't want to know you. And I certainly don't want to shake your hand right now, especially after I saw you just sneeze. Ew. Nope. Your simple church is 11 people that you really like. And you can gather anytime you want, not just on Sundays between 10 and 11. The last step to our process is to start a network of simple churches. Faith doesn't just end with you and your 11 closest family and friends. We got to keep living the mission. We got to keep sharing our story. We got to keep sharing the gospel story and pointing people back to step 1, connecting online and helping them do the same thing that you did, starting a spiritual family. That's it. That's You Choose. You choose when, where, how, and with whom you do faith, ministry, church, small group, life, call it what you want. Let me ask you, is God calling you to reach out to your friends? Let me help you. Yes. There's no rule that you have to be 18. There's no rule that you have to go to Bible college. There's no rule that you need a building and to be called a pastor. If you have Jesus, you're qualified to be a disciple who makes disciples. We just have a simple plan where you can start a simple church. And that makes things, well, simple. Click the appropriate link if you're ready to start the dialogue and see if now is the time for you to make disciples. Until next time, God bless.